What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? As usual, my name's and today it's update day. Update 67 just dropped, and with it actually adds a couple cool new things, one new decorative block, and something I've actually been waiting for a long time. So let's get started. So I'm going to go ahead and get the boring things out of the way. They went ahead and replaced the old placeholder texture on the pot, so now you can see it's actually rusted and stuff like that. It's rusted on the inside as well. So all in all, it just looks a lot better than the plain flat texture we had from last update. And while we're on the page of retextures, they also went ahead and retextured the turtle shell. And from this side, it doesn't look too different. But when looking on the inside, you can see all the new textures they did. So this is what you'll see whenever you're holding it and whenever you're about to jump onto it to use it as a sled. So all in all, I gotta say, this texture is incredible. I think they may have overdone it because this is like the nicest texture in the game in my opinion right now. Alright, let's get into some more interesting details. So last update they added the ability to send logs down zip lines, and the problem a lot of us found was about halfway through you just wouldn't see it, and sometimes it would just like unload and hang there, and whenever you walked by they would all spawn at once and like make a big explosion. It was pretty fun. But now they made it to where whenever you send a log down the zip line, you can watch its path all the way to the back, and as soon as it lands, that's when it unloads. So hopefully it'll get rid of all those explosions, and it'll hopefully stop them from getting all stuck halfway down the line. Now I know I can't be the only one who has tried this in the past. When I first started playing the game, I would try and shoot explosive traps and Molotov traps, hoping they would explode. Well, today they do. So the explosive trap, I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. You can make it explode at will. But the Molotov trap, this is something I've always wanted to mess with because I want a ridiculous way to light a fire. And now I can do it. And voila! Just one huge FPS kill later and you can light any amount of fires from a distance using a bunch of leaf traps and one Molotov trap. So keep that in mind if you want to set up a really cool like defensive border outside your base. Now you can just light it with a Molotov trap. The newest buildable addition to the game is the ground log weapon holder. And it's pretty simple to build. All you gotta do is go to your book, grab the weapon display, the normal wall mounted one, and whenever it's on the ground, it'll change into the new one. So as you can see, when I put it on a wall or surface, it turns back into the two sticks. Once on the ground, it turns into a single log one. And as I stated, it only takes one log to build. But look at these guys. You can put anything on them. I chose to put up my favorite weapons, which are the family of axes and the machete. But I mean, you can put these anywhere just to make a beautiful set piece. Now let's take a look at the deadfall trap because they went ahead and changed that up a bit. Alright, so as you can see, this blueprint is what the old deadfall trap used to look like. And if you remember, it was really hard to aim, and you had to, like, the only way it would be effective is if you had like 30 of these in a line. Well, now they changed that. So this is the traditional layout that you would have, but as you can see, they added sticks to it. So now you can actually space them out some more, and they have a much wider kill radius. Now I'm going to go ahead and spawn in some cannibals so we can take a look at that. As you can see right there, that one took out 2 just because of the surface area. So now they have a much wider collision box. So it's far easier to defend your base with deadfall traps now. And the good news is it still has the exact same cost. Speaking of trap fixes, they also fixed the collision box on the happy birthday traps. So now they are actually a lot more effective. So I'm going to go ahead and just set these up. As you can see, he barely walked into it and it killed him. It used to be they could stop right at the trap marker and it would just set it off and it wouldn't kill anyone. But now it appears to be a lot more effective. Let's see if we can coax these guys over here. So there you have it. Traps are now actually useful again. And one final thing before we close out. The crates of fun drink will now no longer explode whenever you hit them. Or at least that's what it says in theory. So let's go ahead and give it a smack. Not as bad as it normally is. Okay, well, I give that a solid 6 out of 10 for effort. I mean, I can see them all. That's good. That's a change. Normally, whenever I hit them, I'd be lucky to find one of them. Anyway, guys, that's in do for update 67. Hopefully, you enjoyed everything. These, again, are not the full patch notes. This is just the things that I found most important and things that will impact you primarily as the player. Other than that, there are a whole bunch of new things added to the dedicated server. So if you run a dedicated server, you can now access admin tools again. So you can ban, kick, blacklist people. Now, all that says it works. I'm not too sure. I'm going to load up my dedicated server and check it out. But just so you know, that's there. Remember, you got to restart your server so it can update. Alright guys, well, I'm going to go and get out of here. Thank you for watching. Like the video if you liked it, get subscribed if you're new here. We make videos on the forest all the time. And if you haven't checked out Third Access's base store, you should do that. It's pretty awesome. Anyway, I'll catch y'all next time.